As part of SRP's new digital offering, we in the Professional Standards Directorate have been preparing a number of presentations relating to professional registration and to membership of the Society. I'm Alex Rankine, and as Director of Professional Standards, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the first of these presentations on obtaining professional registration with the Radiation Protection Council through the SRP scheme. Part 1. Background and an introduction to obtaining your professional registration through the SRP. The aim of this presentation is to give the background to and the benefits of professional registration with the Radiation Protection Council through the SRP, to describe the 3 levels of registration and to help you decide on what is the correct level for you. We will outline the application and assessment process and finally outline the requirements for the maintenance of registration. A further presentation gives details of how to complete the various forms. Ever since becoming chartered in 2007, SRP have awarded chartered status to suitably qualified members. Although there are around 600 people holding CRAD-P, the majority of these come from grandfather rights, which were based on previous experience and membership of a previous SRP scheme. Since 2009, we have awarded CRAD-P to about 60 people, who have formally applied on the appropriate application form and had their application assessed by a panel of 3 chartered members. SRP's role as a membership-based organisation could potentially come into conflict with being the holder of the Register of Radiation Protection Professionals. This is because we could be challenged over the way in which the standards have been set if they are seen particularly to benefit our members or aim to increase our membership. Following changes to the Royal Charter in 2018, we created a registration authority to hold and operate the professional register called the Radiation Protection Council. It has powers delegated to it by SRP, which remains accountable to Parliament via its Royal Charter. In conducting its business, RPC is independent of SRP in all matters except that SRP must ensure that the RPC acts within the requirements of the SRP Charter. RPC has an independent chair and deputy chair, and SRP has a representative on RPC whose role is to safeguard the SRP Charter and make reports to SRP Council. RPC sets the standards for establishing and managing the register and approves processes for admitting individuals to it and, if necessary, removing individuals from it. The first standards were approved in summer 2019. After submitting an application showing that we met the requirements of the standards, SRP was admitted as the first licensee, a professional body or learned society which is granted a licence by RPC to admit its members to the register. Other licensees will be able to join, provided they meet RPC's standards and be able to admit their members to the register. In setting up the RPC, we recognise that there are many members who are not eligible for registration as chartered, but who are nonetheless working as professionals in their own field of radiation protection. We saw this as an opportunity to add grades to cover a wider range of the profession, including those in more hands-on role. RPC and SRP worked together to put an overall scheme into place that added 2 more levels of recognition. SRP was the first licensee to be able to award these new titles. So, in addition to Chartered Radiation Protection Professional, CRAD-P, we've added 2 new titles: Technical Radiation Protection Professional, or TECRAD-P, and Incorporated Radiation Protection Professional, IRAD-P. So, who can apply for these Registrations. Registration as a TechRadP is available to all corporate and affiliate members of SRP and to IRPA affiliate members. IRadP is available to all corporate members and to IRPA affiliate members, and CRadP is available to all members and fellows and to IRPA affiliate members. So why should you want to become registered? Well, increasingly, employers and clients seek to ensure that those whom they engage are recognised in their profession. This gives them assurance that they are working with professionals who will provide good sound advice and good judgment based on up-to-date knowledge and experience. Registration will tell employers and clients that this person is committed to a professional code of conduct and is keeping up to date with developments. It assures them of quality, accountability, and professionalism. Professional registration will therefore improve your career prospects and employability. This slide aims to show the varying levels of knowledge and experience expected to be applied to work in radiological protection. For TechRadP, for IRadP, and for CRadP. So, what would be a typical job for someone applying for registration at each of these levels? Someone applying to be TechRadP might be an RP technician or surveyor. They might be an X-ray or dosimetry technician, or a laser or EMF safety officer. Someone applying for IRadP might be a recently certificated advisor, like an RPA or an RWA. They might be a radiation protection consultant or a researcher into some aspect of radiation protection. Or they might be a supervisor of radiation protection technicians. Someone applying for CRadP would be a more experienced advisor or consultant, or they might be a leader of a research or radiation protection team. It is worth noting that roles don't need to be in pure radiation protection, but can include work in allied fields related to radiological protection, such as criticality, dosimetry, metrology, non-ionizing radiation, environmental impact assessment, and so forth. We'll now look at the experience you will be required to demonstrate at each of the three levels. There are 4 areas of requirement. The first area is knowledge. You will see that at each level the topics are the same, but the depth and scope is different. For TechRadP, you should be able to apply RP knowledge and understanding to deliver a specific service and to address well-defined problems. For IRadP and CRadP, you should have an extensive knowledge across a range of RP areas with background knowledge in wider related areas. The second area covers the application of knowledge. Those applying for TechRadP or IRadP should demonstrate that they are responsible for technical tasks or for the supervision of others. In addition, those applying for IRadP should show that they can apply specialist RP knowledge and understanding to the delivery of projects or services, and that they can carry out analysis and find solutions to RP challenges. Those applying for CRadP must be able to show that they can develop solutions to RP challenges using new or existing technologies or systems. Good communications are key to anyone working in any area of radiological protection. All applicants should have effective communication and interpersonal skills, and those applying for CRadP should demonstrate that these skills are applied highly effectively. They may have a responsible experience as a leader in radiological protection services or operations, or of a research group. The fourth area is commitment. All registrants should demonstrate that they have a commitment to professional values and continuing professional development. In addition, those applying for CRAD-P should show that they have a commitment to professional values and continuing professional development, not only for themselves, but for others. So, having decided what level of registration is right for you, how do you go about applying? Well, the first thing to do is to look up the SRP website, and then there you will find the relevant guidance which you should read carefully. You'll also find there the application form, which is a fillable PDF. When you have completed the form, you'll need to identify suitable supporters. Guidance is available for that too. And then you'll need to send to them your completed application form and the supporters form. They should send this back to you, and then you should send the whole pack to SRP by email. All applications must now be electronic. Finally, you should pay the application fee by bank transfer. As I've said, application forms and guidance notes are available on the website, and we've got a separate video which goes through these in some details, so have a look out for that. The application assessment process is really very straightforward. When your email is received by the SRP office, your application and supporters forms, together with any other documents, will be sent to the 3 assessors who are going to assess your application against the criteria. If further information is required by the assessors, you will receive a request via the SRP office, and no additional application fee will be due. In the unlikely event that your application is failed, then any new application will require a new application fee to be included. If your application has failed and you decide to reapply, you must make sure that you specifically address the assessor's feedback. Once your application has been successful and you're admitted to the register, you will receive your certificate. In order to maintain your registration, however, there are conditions which you must meet. You must comply with the SRP Code of Professional and Ethical Conduct. You must undertake and be able to demonstrate that you have undertaken CPD, and you must pay the annual fee. You can find a copy of the SRP Code of Professional and Ethical Conduct on the website. You should make sure that you're aware of its contents and ensure that you always follow it in all of your professional work. Now a brief reminder about CPD. CPD, of course, stands for Continuing Professional Development and is a continuing process of personal growth aimed to improve your capabilities and help you realise your full potential as a professional. It's usually achieved by you obtaining and developing over a wide range of skills, knowledge and experience, those which are not normally acquired during your initial training or during routine work, and which will help you develop your competence. SRP have a document giving details of our expectations from CPD, which is available on the website, and also have a web-based system for recording your CPD record, which we would encourage you to use. To remain on the register, you must continue to be professionally active. You must be using your radiation protection knowledge and applying it in some way. This can include full or part-time employment and also applies to members who are notionally retired, but are still involved in some sort of consultancy work. It's important that you ensure that you're recording your CPD activity. You will be asked each year to confirm that you have undertaken and recorded these activities. Use of the SRP CPD recording system will help with this demonstration though. SRP undertake a CPD audit each year. A number of registrants is chosen at random and their CPD records are examined by a panel of assessors to ensure that the standards are being upheld. Failure to give the necessary demonstration without a valid reason can lead to the loss of your registered status. We hope that this introduction and overview on obtaining professional registration through SRP has been useful. Employers and clients today are seeking to ensure that those whom they engage are recognised in their profession. Professional registrations offered through SRP demonstrate professionalism and commitment in the radiation protection profession.